coming up.
In what way did the Bible convince you that that God is a mean, nasty person?
Oh my goodness.
Give me
How
an
long?
example.
How long is this show?
Give me something in there that convinced you of that.
1 Samuel 15:3. God tells Saul, "I want you to go wipe out the Amalekites, completely destroy them, kill the men, women, children, the nursing infants." It says, "Kill the ox, the donkey, the sheep, wipe out everything." Now, if we had a president do that today, we would say he's a monster. We would call him evil. We would impeach him. There's no way we would support that. But because it's a God, we worship him.
Welcome, cultural warriors. How you doing today? Happy Sunday to everybody in the house. In this video, Jessie is going to be interviewing another atheist. This atheist has lost his way, was a Christian once and lost his way, but I hope one day he finds his way back to God. And it's good. I like to, I feel atheism and atheists are people who try to escape from, the reality of there being a God, someone who can hold them accountable for their behavior. I think atheists don't want to be held accountable, so they want to be free. So if they can get rid of God, they can now do whatever they want to do. That's just my own idea about atheists and atheism. So without wasting too much time, I want us to go straight into the video. But before that, please, I want to remind you, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so whenever I drop a new one, you will get it. Let's go.
These days, less Americans are into religion. I wanted to talk to someone about that. I have with me David Smalley. David is an atheist and hosts a podcast, Dogma Debate. He's also a speaker, activist, author, and a comedian. David, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So you are an atheist. Why?
I was a very involved Christian. I was involved in the ministry, in the music ministry. I was a drummer for a couple of churches. My dad was around a little. We were friends. He's a decent guy. He just wasn't super involved in my life. And so I think I sort of sought the father in Christianity as a role of guidance. I was door knocking. I was doing the ministry thing. And I had a woman slam a door in my face. I said, "I'd like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ." And she said, "Honey, you need Jesus," and slammed the door in my face. And then I thought, what if she's right? What if on the other side of that door is the real version of Jesus and I'm worshiping this different idea? What if my church is wrong? How do I know these few people in this small town in Texas where I was originally from, how do I know we have it right? And so I was like, I need to read the Bible for myself. I went on a 14-year journey to figure out what the correct way to go about worshiping really is. I was trying to believe. I desperately wanted to believe.
Right.
And the Bible just made it fall apart for me. My first thing was, if God does exist, he's a monster. He's nasty. And he can't love us and be amazing and also be nasty. It doesn't make sense.
So reading the Bible convinced you that there is no God?
That's right. I encourage everyone to read their Bibles. People think they read the Bible because they know verses, meaning they'll go to a church, the preacher starts a sermon with a verse, and he uses that as sort of a launching point for this amazing motivational speech. And you walk out of church feeling great, and you think that's because of God, or you think that's because of the Bible, when maybe 10% of what you heard was from the Bible. The reason you feel so good is because there's a very charismatic person speaking that makes you feel good, and that's okay, that's good, but you're not really getting that good feeling from the Bible. When you read the parts of the Bible the preachers avoid, that's when you start to open your eyes.
In what way did the Bible convince you that God is a mean, nasty person?
Oh my goodness.
Give me an
How
example.
long is this show?
Give me something in there that convinced you of that.
1 Samuel 15:3. God tells Saul, "I want you to go wipe out the Amalekites, completely destroy them, kill the men, women, children, the nursing infants." It says, "Kill the ox, the donkey, the sheep, wipe out everything." Now, if we had a president do that today, we would say he's a monster. We would call him evil. We would impeach him. There's no way we would support that. But because it's a God, we worship him.
And so you went through this scripture thing, and so at some point you said, I'm done. There is no God. At what point was that?
I don't know that there was a single point. I think it was just gradually over time where I would say, I'd be reading along in the Bible and I'd go, well, that's strange. Let me make a note of that. In Genesis, it says there were 3 mornings and evenings before there was a sun and moon. But the sun wasn't created until the 4th day. And I'd go, that's strange. How was there a morning and evening without a sun and a moon? God was the light. Okay, did he go on and off at nighttime? What do you mean? Weird things. And I would just write that down and go, I'll come back to that.
And so do you believe there is a God?
I do not believe that any of the gods that have been proposed have sufficient evidence to warrant belief.
But do you believe there is a God, though?
I thought we just went over it.
No, I'm just trying to give me a yes or no because I'm black and slow. Do you believe
what are you talking about?
Do you believe there is a God?
I do not believe there is a God.
Oh, okay. And at the point when you believe that there is no God, did your life change in any way?
Actually, it was a gradual process. But once I came to the realization that I no longer believed, I cannot describe to you the amount of joy that I felt, the amount of relief, the fact that I don't need to fear hell because there is no such thing, the fact that this is my only life, this is my life. My urgency for life is now tenfold that I don't think this is some sort of practice run. That's made me a much better person than when I was a Christian and I thought, only God can judge me, I'll spend eternity in heaven. I didn't take life as seriously.
So it's easier for you to believe there is no God?
No, I don't think so. You realize that you're on your own. It's almost like moving out of your mom's house for the first time and you go, okay, there's no one taking care of me, I gotta take care of myself. There's no one watching over me, I gotta watch over myself. I'm never gonna say let go and let God. I have to handle my problems. But it's more peaceful because I have no reason to dislike you. I have no reason to care what you do in your bedroom. I have no reason to care what tribe you're from or what denomination you are. All the reasons in the Bible to hate other people, they're all gone for me.
So you believe believing in God gives you a reason to hate others?
I think it's very divisive, yeah. I mean,
but there's nowhere in the Bible where God gives you a reason to hate anyone.
Luke 14:26, Jesus says, if you do not hate your mother, you do not hate your father, and hate members of your own household, you cannot be my disciple. Jesus was extremely divisive. In Matthew 10:34, Jesus said, do not think that I came to bring peace.
Right.
I did not come to bring peace. I came to bring a sword or to bring division, depending on what version you read. To set a man against his father, to set a daughter against her mother. He wanted to make enemies of people's own households to create division.
Really? Why would he want to do that? In your mind?
To have people follow him. All cult leaders want to do this. Look at people like David Miscavige from Scientology. He wants to divide families, keep people apart, build the wall around the castle, and not let people out. David Koresh did the same thing. Jim Jones did the same thing. Jesus was a cult leader of his time, if he existed.
How about abortion? Do you support abortion?
To a certain degree. Again, I'm not full on, 10 seconds before it comes out, kill it.
Do you believe that a woman has a right to kill an unborn child in her womb?
To a certain degree.
What does that mean, a certain degree?
Well, I believe if the fetus is viable outside of the womb and there are no intense medical problems that's going to cause that child a ton of suffering once it's born, we should probably have some guidelines in place to protect it.
Is it wrong to kill a child when you find out that it has Down syndrome while in the womb?
Is it wrong for me to stab you in the mouth with a needle? Hold on a minute.
Would it be right to kill that child once you discover that in the womb, or wrong, in your opinion?
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to that. I think that's a personal decision between women and their doctors.
And you don't think it's right nor wrong?
Right.
Amazing. Do you think we have a right to make the decision who should suffer and who should not suffer?
Yes, I do.
You do, and why?
Yeah. Because I think we have an obligation to reduce suffering because we are here together. Other human beings are all we have. There is no God that's going to swoop down and save the day.
But then you're playing God that you don't believe in.
Bullseye. That's what atheism is about being their own God. They want to play God. They don't want to be under any form of authority. They don't want to be accountable for their actions and behavior. It's a form of humanism. It's a form of self-righteousness. And every self-righteousness is like filthy rag in the eye of God. Tell me what your opinion is. Drop that in the comment section. I would like to react to it. And if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified when I drop the next hot video. Until then, see ya.